one thing that I should mention that is not meant to be derogatory in any way, but my parents were uneducated by today's standards. Each of them had 8th grade education. My dad was a bricklayer, and my mother, I guess, was a homemaker. And East Lansdowne was a small borough and had been controlled by the same mayor for 25 years. There's no change in politics at all. But the school, in this type of arrangement, it was predominated by the mayor, Burgess really, and they had no provisions for activities for children at all, except through the school. And then the schoolyard was closed after school. The schoolyard was locked, so there was no place to play, and we had to find some place to play. We were on a small street, and I saw that in the high school in the next town in Lansdowne had clay tennis courts, and that struck a note for me that that's something we could do. But we didn't have any possibility of playing in East Lansdowne. So what we did was take this, in the street in front of us, mark off a tennis court with chalk, and then with a coaster wagon stand it on end and tie a string across the street for a net with streams of banner of cloth hanging down so you could see the net. And then if a car came along, all you did was set the coaster down and let the car go over it. And people learned locally not to come down there when we were playing. They helped us. So, but we learned to play a little bit of tennis that way. This was much smaller than a tennis court, so whenever we got to go up to Lansdowne and play up there, well, you played on a bigger court, you could hit the ball harder, and so on and so forth. And we had no instruction about serving or anything that nature. And so I started practicing my tennis stroke on the front steps of our house. It was on a bevel in a house, the steps were high. I'd hit the ball on the steps and back and forth. And it was a good experience to do that. Thinking about my musical experience, when I got to high school, I played in the band and played my saxophone. And got interested with some other people in playing dance music. And so we formed a dance band when we were in our teenage years. And by then I learned to play, picked up a clarinet secondhand and learned how to play that. And found that it was much more difficult than an alto saxophone. And at any rate, I was able to get into the dance band anyway. And we had about 21 people I guess total, including a girl singer. And we'd go around and play at different high school dances. And we got paid about $6 or $7 a night for that. So we were making money. And but it was an interesting experience. And one year we were able to get a job at the seashore, and this happened just after we lost our third boy. Melvin was his name, and it was hard for me to leave home and be gone all summer, but it was an interesting job at the seashore. We played at a dance hall every night, and a part